Well, g'day tubes, how's she? Hanging pretty good here. We got 3 minutes without rain, so we're gonna do a little work on the John Deere AR. I want to do some brake work on it today. So I got it down here. See, it's all covered in rain. Welcome to Canada. Here's your rain. So look at my battery box cover. This is the battery box cover that I made for this thing. And see if the battery's dry here, actually. Looks like leopard. Oh, it's pretty dry in there. All right, that's good. This box isn't square, so it makes it a real nightmare to try to get the lid to fit. But it seems to work. Oh, that one's not right. Oh, she's there. But anyways, look at the difference in the color. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Probably not with all the shine. Looks awful close, but it's not. So I don't know what they painted this tractor with when they did it. But it should be the classic green, and I don't think it is. I think someone mixed paint and put a little bit too much green to it. Because this, well, even the difference in the color from this cover to here is different. Interesting, looks worse outside. This was painted when I did this. Oh, I wish I could get you a non-glare shot. Can't really. This was painted with the John Deere Classic Green because I bought it from John Deere in a spray can that said John Deere Classic Green. So it is, it's hard to tell in the video. I can't tell by looking at the little viewfindery guy here, but it looks too bright. It looks more like this is too dark, and that's probably the right, well, I know that is the Classic Green that I sprayed that lid with. But anyways, what can I do? So today I want to do some brake work. The big brake disc band guy here. I want to try to get it off. I've straightened out the cotter pins already. So hopefully it should pretty much come off. And we got to see what is going on in there. Why I don't have any brakes. Now I see there's a little wee bit of adjustment left to it. But it's so gummed up with crap and paint. I can't even see threads right there. So I don't know what's going on, but let's get her off. And it's on a pretty flat level area here. It's not in gear right now, so it shouldn't roll away and crush me. Better not anyways. And I'll have to probably prop you guys up right about here somewhere. Maybe down a little lower, in a bit more. But I got to get another myself to work on this, so that might make it interesting. But anyways, we'll get her figured out. Alright, that's about the best I can get ya. Can't do much more, and you're not going to really see much more anyways. So I'm going to crawl under here and start pulling these pins. I've got them straightened where they should come out all right, hopefully. And the cotter pins, I think there's 3 of them. 3, maybe 2, 3. 3, there's, yeah, because there's a rod, and I don't know. There's a couple of different ones here, but let me get down here and we'll see what we can do. All right, very tight under here. Let's pull the activation rod out first. That's out. Oh, it's really floppy. You kind of see how that works there. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm pushing on it. When you pull on that pedal, it pulls back on this lever, clamps her down. Interesting. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to block you here or not, but I kind of get in my way here. Get that pin. Oh. Yeah. Okay. And was there one more pin? There's one more pin. So I want to get this going. So I have brakes, because brakes are nice for the show coming up at TSC very soon here. Ow, that's sharp. Okay, I can't see what I'm doing here. So I'll employ a little bit of light. This is a tightish kind of place here. Oh, oh, got her. Now, where did that one go? There it is. Okay. Now, trick is, I guess, to figure out. Oh, I know what I gotta do. I gotta have take it apart here, because you can't get it past the fender that's on here. That sucks. Well, I got some leaky oil and stuff here. What's going on there, bud? Okay, so what do we gotta do here? We gotta take. Yeah, so you can't just squeeze it past. Of course, the shaft that this thing mounts on is like just a little bit too long. Pinchers again, what I do with them. Gotta pull this mount pin out of here. If I can get to it. Come on, baby. I just hope it's not the pulley here that's wore out. Because that would suck. Just no way of getting this off of here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, now you know what it is? Where this thing, this big bell pulley thingy mounts, there's a big, huge nut there. Now that's blocking me. Oh, it's so close. It is so close. So close to getting that out of there. But it's not going to come out of there. What? So we'll pull it apart. Okay, so we got that apart. Now I should hopefully be able to roll this around somehow. There we go. Woo, got her. We won. Sweet. Okay. Well, let me get out of here. I'm just going to look at the pulley quickly. We'll look at it here in a second. Alright, that's the face of it there. And you know what? It doesn't look that bad. Now I'm just looking at the little band of paint that's still there. And I really don't see... get this wedged in here somewhere. Really? No. Come on, you butthole. No, that's not gonna work. Anyways, I really don't see any wear on it at all. It's actually really good. So that should be all right. But let's look at the band here. That's probably what's wore out. Because it is, I do believe, wore out. Because it is right down to the rivets. I don't think that's right. Now this stuff looks a little different on here. It looks more like a belting. It's very hard though. It looks like it's got some metal in it. Let's get a close-up of that. It looks like there's metal fibers in it. It's probably asbestos. Great! Freaking great! So these are all riveted on here. What I'm going to probably have to do is take it down to my other shop to get it all cleaned up. And it looks, well, we'll go in and scrape at it with some screwdriver or something just to kind of clean a bit of the mung off it here. So let's take her in our building here. Alright, so it looks like we got a little bit of wear on where that pin goes that I had to take out there. I don't know what the wear looks like on this one here, but yeah, she's pretty grimed up. There's definitely a layer of dirt and grease and muddy, gooey crap on this. But I'll probably scrape off the peripheral of the stuff and then give her a sandblast and a paint job. But mostly what I'm concerned about is how much we got left here. Oh man, what a mess. They painted right over the dirt, eh? So that's not a good thing, because I got an adjustment screw here. That we may not get moving again easily. Wow, they just painted over everything. They didn't do a very good job at cleaning. Pressure washer. I know it's hard to get under some of these places, but if you can get it up on something, you could get a pressure washer in there. And heated pressure washer actually is what you need, like a steam cleaning pressure washer. So I want to see if I can turn this screw here. It kind of looks to me like it's maybe not bent. It looks bent maybe with all the grease and crap on it, but see what she looks like after I get her clean a bit here. It's not probably gonna be super nice, but I'll get some of the crud off anyways. Man, it sounds like a racetrack out there. There is some car. It's like one of those crappy little Hondas. There it was. Did you hear that? Sounds like a frickin' gun. I don't know what the guy's done to the car, but as far as I know, you can only have a vehicle backfire like that. Like, that's loud. So many times. You can only backfire so many times, and the one time is going to be your engine exploding. Something's going to come back into the engine and wreak a bit of havoc on your engine. So I'm kind of waiting for that, because this arsehole does this all times of the night with a stupid car. So yeah, this is the adjuster screw here. So that basically pulls it tighter around the drum. And this guy here, I should get this back out. This guy here is supposed to mount into there, right? So when you pull on it, it pulls it tighter onto the drum. So it definitely needs a lot of cleaning up, because look at there's I don't know if you can see, but there's a whole pile of goop in here. So I'll probably just take this right down to the garage and then run it through or maybe even soak it for a while in my parts cleaner. What a mess. And I don't exactly know how I'm going to do this riveting yet, because I don't have a rivet gun, but I might be able to just put it on a piece of hard stuff and then bang, nail it on like that. Look at that goo. Years of field dirt in there and stuff. Okay, so that's not super clean there yet. Hopefully there's enough grime and mung on this that it'll maybe turn off here. Let's go get a wrench. Okay, we got a 5/8. Might still not quite fit yet. Ooh boy, I don't know if I'm liking. I don't really have a good strong table right here to really reef on this guy a whole lot. Oh, she might need some more attention down in my other shop, which I unfortunately can't take you down there. I know it sucks. But I might have to heat this thing too. It's a fairly big nut, and I imagine it's probably a bit rusty under there. And hopefully it doesn't come to it, but I might also have to figure this out and put a new bolt on it. It's going to be seized up through here too, I would imagine. That's not much fun, is it? Let's give her one more shot here. Oh! Turner did it. Yeah, it did. Please don't break it. It's fairly stiff there. I don't have a torch out here other than the big tiger torch, but oh geez, I thought I broke her. Just slipped off. Oh, earning your dinner tonight. I knew it would be a fight. Now, I wonder if I should spray some crap on that. What have I got in the House of Horrors here? Not really good stuff, but it's a little better than nothing, I guess. So I want to see if I can get some more crap out of the threads. Not too bad there, actually. Might help, but probably not a whole lot. Brakes on this tractor would be nice. I could put an impact on this and just, but it'll probably wreck the threads on it big time. It's actually coming not too bad now. A little bit of rust. Oh yeah, buddy. Okay, we might be able to go this guy now. Oh yeah! 1946, probably, well, I doubt it's ever had new pads on it. Because, you know, really, unless you're parking it, oh, it's actually spinning real nice now. Unless you're parking it, why would you ever, oh, it actually warmed up too. Why would you ever need brakes really, unless it's just parking it or going down a hill or something with a heavy load of something on a wagon or... So, you know what, I'm looking too at my brake pads I've got. It's funny, it's like a funny shaped nut. Yeah, I'm looking at my brake pads and I'm like, they almost don't look much thicker than what's on here. So we should, oh, that's weird, there's no threads. There's only threads about here on this nut. I heard to show you that, but might even just put a new nut on there. Okay, so let's get this part back out. And you know, I should probably get a picture of this thing just before I shred it right apart. Okay. Got a couple pictures, just in case. Now, these brake pads really aren't looking a whole lot thicker. That's got me a little concerned. I wonder why, to me, These don't look like they've even really been worn down. Now I've got 4 of them, so maybe you're supposed to double, no, I'm gonna say double them up. Let's get these out of the package here. They're kind of heaty shrinked. Some of that hardy plastic kind of crap. They're supposed to be like a flexible brake pad here. But yeah, they are. It kind of feels like a fridge magnet. So they definitely don't line up with the existing holes, so it looks like we'll be drilling. And I'm not too sure why, but it kind of looks like I'm supposed to do 4 of them. Now minus the one that's already on there, but I couldn't see that though because these rivets aren't long enough to hold 2 of them together into the metal. They're only short guys. I don't like it when people send stuff with no instructions. You know, there should be some kind of instruction sheet on these things because, I don't know, I'm looking at this and I won't maybe know until I get them off, but they're not looking really to me any thicker at all. So that's very interesting. No instructions in the box there. So this must have been a lot thicker when it was, we'll say, new. Now, what can I do? What can I do? Because these definitely look like the same kind of rivet. Let's get one out here. Let's see how far. Okay, I don't think it's gonna do 2 though. No, it's definitely not gonna do 2. It's just about as thick as 2 of them. So I'm not too sure what I gotta do here now. Because I don't think one is going to be thick enough. Because 1 will be pretty much the same thickness, I do believe, of that. And I'm pretty sure I was bottomed right out there. Let's get this actually apart some more here. Pretty sure I was bottomed right out. Oh, I think somebody has rebuilt this. Sort of hard to tell, but I might run it down to my sandblaster and clean it all off. Definitely this has been welded. So, interesting. This guy here, take this down the sandblast it too maybe. This guy here I don't think can go just anymore because it can't get past what they welded on here. You can see there's like a little weld. Here, let me get you down here. Hang on a sec. So that's kind of pretty much where that thing was. And I can't thread it on anymore, and that would give it more tension. But this is definitely a weld blob here that someone's made. That was the original one, I guess, there. That stud broke off, so they welded on probably a bolt. Now, it won't go through. Interesting. So I'm going to take her down and get her all cleaned up. See what I need to do here. I don't really know. What is holding this pin in there? That's interesting too. Oh, we got a lot of cleaning up to do though. And then we got to drill out these guys and figure out, yeah, what is going on here. It's definitely been a repair. So let me get her down there and I'll get it all cleaned up and then we'll bring her back. Okay, we got her back, and I didn't paint it, I just primed it because I'm going to probably take it all apart and redo, I'll explain this to you. I'm going to redo all the linings, I think, in the winter time. I think for now it's going to be okay. I think actually kind of what happens is you just kind of keep, if the brakes aren't working, you tighten that bolt up a little more, and then they wear off a little more, and you tighten up a little more, until you've pretty much come to the end of your adjustment. And by that time I think it would pretty much have wore through the heads of these things and this lining would fall off, and then you'd adjust it and put a new one on and away you go. So I think actually we've got a lot of lining left here, so I'm not going to change it right now. But what I did find was, sure enough, someone here had it break, I guess, probably stomping on it, maybe too, I don't know, broke it here. That's the original piece there, and then there was a bolt, I guess, like this, and they broke it and re-welded a new feller back on. So what I did, and you can't quite see, I extended the threads a little bit and cleaned up their weld a little bit here, and now it's still a bit wet. Goes right down. We got lots of adjustment. So I don't think this thing would have probably needed a lot of turns to get tight again. I think these things probably would last a heck of a long time. Like, you'd have to be standing on the brakes for like ever. So I sandblasted all this up and I just gave it a priming. It's not really dry yet. I'm gonna let it sit here for a wee bit maybe. And I gave the face of the pad here a little bit of a sandblast real quick just to take any glazing off, deglazed it basically. So it's a little woollier, so that's good. It'll probably grip a little nicer now too. So, but I'm gonna let this dry a little bit. I'm gonna run and grab a coffee or a tea or something with my wife and let this dry here. And I don't know whether I'm gonna have enough light by the time I get back to put this thing back on, but we can continue this next time. But yeah, basically this thing went to there. Kind of hit on that weld. Can you see that? Hit on this weld about there. So hang on a sec. Is that? Let me check on something. Yeah. So that is the way that. No, I got it wrong. Butthole. Got it wrong. But anyways, I want to take this apart anyways to show you. So I extended the threads from about here. So I added another about 1/2 inch threads to her. So yeah, that's looking better. Okay, so we'll just put that guy on there for now. So that hooks onto there with that pin, and then it pulls tighter when you hit the brakes down. So thing's getting all dirty, but I didn't paint it up because the paint will take like a day to dry, and then, you know, like 3 or 4 days to harden after before I go messing with it. So I just primed it and let it sit. But yeah, basically we have hopefully this is going to work. Should, I believe. This has actually got to go here. Here, so when we push on it, it pulls the thing down. So it was adjusted, woo, it was adjusted to about there. I should actually go grab that pin. I'll go grab that pin and we'll put that back together. Let her dry a few minutes too. Okay, we'll try to kind of bent this thing a little bit to get it out, so it might be a little bit tricky to get it back together. It's gonna be funner underneath the tractor. There, okay. Okay, so yes, so when we push on the brakes, we pull that pedal it pulls on her there, so now, oh, come on! Actually, you know what, I think we got too much stud sticking out here, but it's gonna get worse when I adjust it more. She's waiting for me. So if we get her adjusted past the weld, and we'll have a lot more brake there, I think. That should be good. Alright, I'm getting her all ground up. I better let her dry before I mess with this anymore. And we'll be back in a moment. I think it's going to be too dark. Alright, I'm going to go and install this thing again here. And probably won't film that part of it because it's basically just the same as taking it off. Yeah, this hole is definitely elongated a little bit. Not terrible bad. But everything moves alright. So yeah, I'm going to go install it. Jam her on, and before it gets too dark here, and hopefully get her tested out and adjusted and tested it out. So I know it was basically right to about there. So I'm going to leave her loose for now, and I'll adjust her when I get under there. And it's just getting kind of dark outside there now, so I probably won't, like I say, film that part of it for you guys. But hopefully it's not too dark that we can maybe give her a test. We'll see. Oh yeah, check this out. No more to the floor. Now, hopefully I don't got it too tight, but I've got actually probably about almost a ½ inch more adjustment in that thing, so that is good. But we gotta fire it up. Give her a test drive here. It's gonna be awesome. Let's fire it up. And I got some hills, of course, here to test it out on. And why don't we try doing a fire up from the seat of the tractor. Okay, so we'll turn on the gas first. I should light a match and see how much gas I got in this thing. Probably not much. As you've seen, I got a gas can. Yeah, we're going to have to add a bit of gas to it. Oh, darn. I can't believe that's all it was hopefully, it was just that extra bit of weld from that repair that someone did probably 2,000 years ago. So hopefully that is all it is, and maybe I don't have to change pads on this thing, because I kind of think that there was a lot of pad life left. Not a very big tank, but it sure seems to hold a lot. That ought to do. Okay, while I'm over here, I'll turn this decompressor on. The gas is flowing. And I'll turn this decompressor on. Okay. Alright, let's start her up from the seat. And I'll have to get off again and close the decompressors once she starts, but oh, that seat was wet from all that rain. That wasn't nice at all. Okay, so we'll get her cranking here. Oh, I left my watch the smokestack. Hopefully you can see it. Let me just quickly check. I left the rain cap on there. Can you see that now? Let's just put you up here a little bit. Okay, so the stack in front of you here is the air intake, and the far one is the exhaust. It's gonna go a country mile. Watch this fella go. Okay, contact. The beast, the iron beast. Whoa, fall off the iron beast. Alright, so yeah, we got a fair bit of pedal there now. That's good. Better. I think maybe the new pads might grip a little better. The camera's got the wind cut on it, and it really affects the sound of that a lot. It really sucks, but it does sound so awesome out in person. Freaking awesome. Alright, so what I'm going to try to do, I got a bit of a hill here. I don't know how far I'll get up it, but I really stomp on her. It's not to the floor, but I got a clutch slipping too. I can get up to there and then it yeah, I got grease or oil on the clutch discs. That's helped me there. I'm up on that pretty good hill there, as you can kind of see. I don't know whether I can get under there and activate that little emergency pole thing. Parking brake. It's a little tricky on this thing, but pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not happy that that disc is not happy that that disc is kind of slipping though, but I'm not sure to take this cover off, spray a whole bunch of like brake cleaner in there, maybe to dissolve some of that greasy stuff. I mean, I did climb up pretty good here. We climbed right up the back tire was way the frig up here, but if I got a run at it, it was all right. But if I started there, it would just kind of. I kind of think that it should climb that from anywhere, any time. But she's definitely got some oil issues. I know I got to do crank seal on both sides. I think both of them are leaking. That's kind of crappy of a job, but anyways. But the brakes seem to work. But yeah, these parking brakes aren't easy to access. There's the feller there, right? Maybe I just figured it out if I step on it and then step forward. Maybe that would work. Let's try here. Not getting it. Oh well. It'll be all right. I can always adjust that little guy more if I need to. But look at my lights. Woo! Awesome. That's all you get. Anyways, let's shut her down. I just pull the throttle right back. No, save it! Oh, didn't want to be saved. Think she'll start again? Come on! Talking about nothing like John Deere power. Shut this gas off. Let her run a moment and then just nothing leaks out. That's good. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so those brakes are good now. I feel like I can almost maybe adjust that a little more, but I'll do that maybe in the daytime when I can see better. See more better. There we go. So I'm happy with that. That's good. We didn't really have to do anything except clean up that weld. And it's too dark out here to look now. Clean up that weld, and she was all pretty good. Pretty happy with that. So, yeah, so I've got some I don't like that. Where's that coming from? Head gasket. Uh-oh. I just see a little bit of oil. Looks like oil. Let's keep an eye on that, I guess. Don't really want to have to do that job, but it does need some crank seals. I don't know what's in behind there yet, but I know it's probably been leaking for a long time, and I think it's leaked enough crap now that it's on the discs and the driver guy that's inside here. It's covered by this plate right there, but we might have to tear that apart and clean all that out. Maybe just soak the brake cleaner to it. Maybe that'll help for now, but it's definitely going to need crank seals, and they're buried in behind all that. And so why do I think it needs crank seals? Well, there's some oil here from somewhere, and when I did the oil change, I let it run for like an hour or warm it up a bit, and I had drips from each seal. Looked like to me from the center basically of each thing dripped down to the center. I'm like, oh, that's not good. So I guess the oil's come out and sloshed around inside there, got on those discs. I mean, it did drive up that thing, but I had to kind of take a run at it. I don't know if I should have to have done that, but that's a good test for it though, because I was worried that it wasn't even going to load onto the trailer for the TSC show. I think we should be good, but anyways, whew, that's good. We got brakes. Sweet! Now, how warm is this pipe? A little warm, but supposed to probably rain tonight, so I'm going to put this guy back on. That didn't pop off as good as I thought it would have. Sometimes it blows up way in the sky, you know, but it has to hit that right frickin' compression stroke, I guess. Anyways, that's it for tonight. Got brakes, can't believe it, super awesome. Thanks again for watching. We'll catch you all later, and you guys have a good night.